Hi, this is problem number 55 from section 3.4, and this is a credit card company and how they charge their minimum payment. And I will tell you, this has nothing to do with this problem, but if you have a credit card and you're making the minimum payments, you'll be paying it forever. And so you always want to make more than the minimum payment. That's just a little bit of advice. So, but on a credit card, this credit card company, the minimum payment is determined by a flat payment depending on the balance. And so now I read the problem. It's pretty long. It looks like it's about at least 12 or 14 lines in this problem. And so, like I said on the last problem, 54, I just basically made a little outline of what the charges are. And it's just a matter of translating the words that they give me into an equation. And so I put it in outline form. So the balance, if the balance is less than $10, you just have to pay the balance. So if you owe $8, you got to pay $8. If you owe $5, you're going to owe $5. That makes you pay it completely off. If your balance is between $10 and $500, below $500, they make you pay a flat payment of $10. So if you owe $12, your minimum payment is $10. If you owe $498, it's still $10 minimum payment. So if your balance is between 500 to 1,000, then that's below 1,000. It's going to be $30 flat fee. So if your balance is between $1,000, including 1,000, but below 1,500, you'll pay $50. And any balance above $1,500 or including $1,500, you'll make a payment of $70. So if your balance is $1,600, it'd be $70. If it's $10,000, it's still $70. So, but anyway, this is a particular credit card company. Now, of course, they're going to be wanting you to make the minimum payment because they'll get more interest off of you. So, but anyway, so let's do this. It's the cost function. So this is a fairly simple problem. Well, maybe you should call it a P of X for payment. So you can call them anything. These are payments. So you're making a payment. So P of X, well, if it's less than $10, it's just a payment. So what we're going to say is well, if it's going to be just whatever X is, if X is between 0 and $10. But it's got to be less than $10. So between 0 and $10, it's going to be whatever it is. Then if it's between $10, including $10, up to $500, but not including $500, you make a payment of $10. Now I just put 10 there. Dollar sign is understood. All right. Then if it's between $500, including, up to $1,000, you got a payment to make of $30. And then that's pretty much the same way all the way down. If it's going to be, if X is between 1,000 to 1,500, but not including 1,500, your payment is $50. And one more, it's going to be $70 if X is greater than or equal to $1,500. Now remember, X is the balance. So if your balance is $250, you're going to pay $10 for that month. So this is kind of what we call a step function or a piecewise defined function, but it's in steps. So when you're doing this, of course, I am not going to go from 1 to 1,500 on this XY. I'm going to do a lot of breaking in the graph. And so if it's between 0 and $10, so here's 0 to $10, then the payments are 10, 20, 30, 40, basically up to 70, 10 to 70 somehow. So if it's between 10 and 0, you make a payment of whatever it is. So it looks like this. Then there's a jump in the graph. Now between 10 and 500, which is not drawn to scale, you're going to make a flat payment of $30. So up here at 30. So here it's going to be $30 from here, from $10 all the way to $500. So it's a flat payment. But it doesn't hold on this side because it's less than $500. Because once it hits 500, then they're going to jump your payment up to $30. So, no, actually, actually 0 to 500 is $10. Sorry, so it's actually this. My mistake. I skipped one down. Between $10 and $500, it's actually a payment of $10. So it's looks like so. It doesn't hit $30 until you get to 500 to 1,000. So from 500 to 1,000, that's when it jumps up to $30. And then from 1,000 to $1,500, now I'm making this way more bigger than I really need to, but that's okay. So it's $1,500. Then the payment jumps up to $50. And I'm about to run out of room here, but I don't think I'll even finish it right now, because I think you should be able to figure the picture out by now. And then, so if it's $1,500, then it's going to be just one more step up there to $70. The only difference is that last line will have an arrow because it stays 70. There is no right dot, if you will. It'll stay 70 no matter what you owe. Whether you owe $1,600 or $25,000, it's still $70. But they're little steps. And this one's kind of got an incline because if you owe $5, you pay $5. If you owe $9, you pay $9. So that's kind of the idea. So, but it's helpful if you read the problem. You don't skip any steps like I just did. I had it up to $30 between 10 and 500, and that's when you only owe $10. So I had it up a little bit too high. But as you can tell, it does step up. The payment steps up. But like I said, just a little bit of advice. You guys are students, and you're going to be getting credit cards if you haven't already, and you're making minimum payments, and that's all you're making. You're old till you're old and gray. So you have to make sure you make more than just what they're asking minimum payment, or the credit history goes bad real quickly. So, but anyway, this is problem number 55, section 3.4.